Okay, let's start with a little bit of exercise. Okay. Um, Before that, just a real quick conceptual discussion about what we're gonna do. But by the way, you know the tradition, mental activation.
Mental activation.
Anything new that you learned from yesterday? Anything, any new insight, any new realization about what we discussed yesterday? I know some of them will review, but I'm sure there are always something new.
I just know that through you have to bring the light into your body where you need
Okay.
to. You take your breath, use your breathing into pushing that light somewhere else with your air.
Okay. Yeah,
Take
that's
out the
great.
darkness, the pain.
Okay, yeah, we don't focus on the darkness. Okay. In fact, um, since you mentioned about taking in air and then pushing the light, consider this word. Okay. Okay. Circulation. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Everything in our body is moving, is circulating. Okay. We are. Hello. Good morning, Kihua.
Nice
Everything in our
writing.
body is circulation. Um, our blood is circulating. Our air is circulating. Um, when we are driving on the freeway and the traffic is circulating, we can get where we want. Okay. So circulation basically equates to good health. Okay. Circulation equates to good health. And the opposite of that blockages equates to poor health. Okay. All right. Think about the plumbing in your kitchen or in your bathroom. Right. What happened when you have poor blockage in your plumbing? They get clogged up. Right. All the nasty stuff they get clogged up. They spill all over the place. And before that, our house stink up. And so we have to call in the rooter. They have to clean out the pipes, clean out the drain until we restore circulation, we restore flow. Okay. And it's the same thing with our body. If things are moving, our blood is moving, our air is moving, our fluid is moving, our energy is flowing, then we experience good health. But if anything is blockage, if there's pain somewhere, well, guess what? Consider wherever there is pain, there is blockage. Okay, there is in this philosophy, in the Eastern philosophy, wherever there is pain, there is blockage. Wherever there is good flow, good health. Okay, so let's start with some rejuvenating exercise, and you know this one, right? The massage, the rejuvenating massage, right?
Yeah.
So we start by warming up our hand. Okay, nice warm hand. If you have, if some people have like really dry skin, you can use like a Vaseline or lotion on the tip of your finger. Okay, so what we're doing now is we are, increasing blood flow. Okay, and when it's nice and warm, let's put the finger to the tip of our head, and you want to push it back all the way down the back of your neck. Get that pressure, nice pressure, push it down along your head like that. Massage all those pressure points along the head. Stimulate all of those acupressures. Also open up those blood vessels along the head. And we do this about 36 times. Okay. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And when you do it, focus your attention on the fingertip. I don't remember how many it is. I'm just going to call 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Ooh, already I got sweaty already. Get some circulation going on. Okay, as we warm up our hand again. Hang on. Okay. So next, we're going to what's the next step? I forgot. Just work in place like this, right? Start with the bottom, your whole face. Yeah. Push it up to the more pressure on the up, not so much pressure on the down. This is how we give ourselves a facelift without the expensive plastic surgery. Okay, just gonna push your face up all the way like that, lightly down, nose strong up, get the cheek muscle up.
Love your face. Feel it.
The women love this massage, make the face beautiful, but so do men. Men have skins and faces too. Okay, you do it nice up, and then as we do it, we feel the love for ourselves. Okay, love for our skin, love for our face. This is the face that we give as a gift of our appearance every day. So we're gonna give every time people look at us, they look at our face. So this is a gift of appearance, one of our 7 great gifts of life. Okay. I'm gonna come hand again. Actually, with this exercise, I think we do it sitting down. So I'm gonna move my laptop on a sitting position.
Do we need yoga mat?
If you have, yeah, if you're not, I have carpet, so I'm just sitting on my carpet, but yeah, you should sit on your yoga mat if you have, if your place is hard floor or something like that.
Yes, we have no carpet anywhere.
Yeah, so you need yoga mat. Okay. Remind me, because haven't done this exercise in a while. You guys do this regularly?
Well,
Not much. Okay.
Last year I was consistent, not this year.
Yeah, I know, me too. Okay. So that's why we get back into this routine. Okay, so let's warm up our hand real good again. This time, let's use the finger and run it along the this bone around our eyeball here. Okay, nice. Press it down when you go along the eyebrow. There are some pressure point there. Okay, there you go. Strong on the upstroke and not so much on the down. Lift up our eyes. And you do that 36 times. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When we do this, it's good for eyesight, increase those circulation around the eye, good for eyesight, especially people who stare at the screen all day.
I have learned that this is also good for reproductive system for the special women.
Oh yeah, so there is a whole science. There's a whole science of connecting the different acupressure point in the face with different organs of the body. Absolutely. So when you get into that, you can really see how fascinating the human body is.
Mm-hmm. This one is I learned from one of the masters. She specialized in health after. Is that this one the women used to draw eyebrows. It's an
Uh-huh.
it's an advantage for them for the
Mm-hmm.
this is like the ovaries.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was interesting to hear it. Oh, I'm cooking lunch. I'll turn that down.
Okay, so next one, let's warm up our hand again, and this time we want to push the two finger up along the nose ridge. Strong upstroke, not too much on the downstroke. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that clears up the sinus. Wow. Awesome. Okay. Let's warm up the palm of the hand and just place it on the eye like this. Oh yeah, feels good. Place it there for a few seconds and then stretch it out to the side and up to the top. Place it on the eye. Oh, feels good. This wakes you up in the morning. You don't have to do coffee to.
And yes, it will definitely bring circulation to your eye, this one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, nice warm daytime. And as you do it, nice deep breath into your belly. Pay attention to the whole body. We're taking care of our body. Mm-hmm. Okay. Alrighty. Next, let's want to do all 6 of them. Let's do the the ear. So the way we do the ear is well, first, just if you haven't done it before, then you just warm up your hand, and then you just kind of rotate along the ear, 36 times. Okay. Oof, that feels good. Squeeze the ear. Oh man, get all those blood circulating, all those pressure point, all those nerve ending. Oh yeah, feels really good.
While we at the ears, we take this one
Okay,
between the two ears. Go
okay,
real
let's do that.
up. Yeah.
Up, nice strong. Yeah, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So next one, we spin the ear, but the way we do that is we take in a breath, we spin it 6 times, and then we exhale. Okay.
In your
2,
ear.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Like massage.
Okay, yeah, massage it. Taking a breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale.
12 and then 3 sets of 12.
3 sets of 12. Okay.
Stand up.
And what else, Jihua? You're pretty good at this one.
Neck. Neck.
Okay. Warm up your hand to the neck.
Okay. I'll have it.
All the way down from the back of the neck, all the way down. 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
6. Is it 6 sets of 6, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it difficult to sit on a flat on the ground, Ron?
Yeah, he's wearing jeans and he's going
Oh,
to,
in jean. Okay.
he's
Yeah,
going
you
to
should
work.
wear,
One
sweats
will be
or
better.
sweatshirt or something like that.
He's going to work at right, 4:45. So he's ready
Okay.
to.
I figured that's why we wanted to start the exercise before the lecture. I was
Yeah.
thinking of Ron today, that's why.
Yes.
So lecture you can listen in your car.
Mm-hmm.
My hand getting a little dry, so I'm gonna put some lotion or some Vaseline.
I've had a few injuries in the past too, where it's hard to sit on the floor sometimes.
Mm. So Ron, use the right hand to hold on the left instead of the
Oh,
to do it there. Yeah, you can get that nice all the way down. Okay, increase your circulation in your upper body.
Mm-hmm.
Get those blood flowing in the brain. Get the day started with clarity and focus. Okay, you don't have to do too much coffee. I'll see if I can go without coffee today. Yeah.
I think I've watched Taekwon's video 3 times, the AI one.
Already? Oh my goodness. Yeah, more than me.
Although
Okay.
the second one's coming out.
Okay, so let's do this, right? When you have your hand, you want to tap along the jaw. Okay, a lot of breast pressure point between right in the upper jaw. Okay. The jaw, a lot of pressure point. Stimulate those salivating glands. Okay, massage the face while we're at it.
You can stop and massage.
Yeah, nice, good massage.
Yeah, we don't usually do this often to her face.
Yeah. Okay. Oh man, it feels good. If it
Even
feels
it at all.
like I'm unblocking all of those blockages. Kind of brush a gum, brush a gum right here. Stimulate those salivating glands. Okay. And then we just chew the air. Just kind of like do this 2 at a time without actually touching the teeth together. Let's go like that. And while we're doing that, I don't know if you can see the lower body. Scoot back a little bit. You can while you're doing the mouth the mouth thing, you can put your feet together and do this. Okay. Okay. So this works the circulation in the hamstring. Is it hamstring? Between the pelvic and the leg. Okay. So just hold your hand like this and just do this. 2 at a time. Can you stand? Can you sit up straight? Oh, you're on Gene. Okay. Yeah. Okay. My wife says that doing this makes the missionary position more comfortable.
Very difficult in jeans.
With Gene, yeah. The next time you can do it in sweat, and then have your Gene ready to switch over when you have to leave the house. Okay. Next, we use the tongue, and then we kind of massage the gum, the upper and the lower part of the inside of the lip, like this. From that. And if you massage it, you notice that the saliva will come out. Massage it nice and good. Get some saliva into the mouth. And we use it. The morning saliva is good for digestion. So in the morning, don't brush your teeth just yet. Do the exercise, then go brush your teeth. If you need to drink water, it's a good idea to drink water. Some warm water is good too, but don't go brush your teeth and get rid of the morning saliva just yet. So good to get some saliva in the mouth. And you start rinsing your teeth with it. When you have plenty of saliva in the mouth, take 3 swallow. Some more. And the third one. Yeah, good. Yummy. That's great for digestion. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's do the tapping. So with your hand like that, kind of curl like that, give it a bit of a space, and you want to tap the inside of your arm. The way to do that is we also have a little mantra right? The mantra is I am sorry, please forgive me, I thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you, I love you. This is a powerful emotional and spiritual mantra because it cycles through those very positive
One is
um,
receiving.
emotional energy. I'm sorry is taking full responsibility. I'm sorry to our body. We have not been taking care of our body, our health. Okay, taking full responsibility. Please forgive me is an energy of hope. Okay, we are looking to a better relationship with our body. I thank you. That is honoring gratitude. Very, very powerful energy. And I love you. Also, very powerful energy of of the body. And you can switch to the other side. Same thing. But as you do it, say I'm sorry in the mind. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. Okay. We'll talk more about the meridians and the pressure point later. But now we are taking care of our body. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. And you do the outside of your arm. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. Sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. Okay, we do that with our legs as well. Okay, cup your hand like this. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. Go all the way down. Avoid the joint because later on when we have a lot of energy and air in the palm of our hand, we don't want to impact our joint excessively. Okay, so just kind of enjoy it. Nice. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. And as you do it, see if you can feel the impact, the energy as you tap. Okay, feel the energy from your palm of your hand to your body. Okay, you're gonna do the outside as well, starting from avoid the joint right here, but you can say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you, I love you. This is Ho'oponopono. This is a Hawaiian ritual, right?
Yeah, from Hawaii.
Yeah. So in this exercise program, we are basically combining the best of the world. Okay, whatever we think that is the best from all the parts of the world, we combine it and we share it with each other. Okay. So as you do this kind of thing, we also give ourselves a nice massage. Okay, rub that skin. Oh, nice and warm. Look at that. Woo. This is taking care of our health, taking care of our body. Wake up that skin, the the most, how do you say, voluminous, not voluminous, how do you say, take up the most space. Skin is an organ, okay? Give yourself a nice massage. Leg massage, loosen up those joints, taking care of our body. Okay. Oh, yeah, one more. Warm up the stomach. Do it in a circle. You go from upper right to upper left, down to the lower left, lower right. I think that's a circle. That's a digestive flow. Kind of good, all right? Massage our chest, okay? Oh yeah, get the knot out if you if you have any stress knot, okay? Yeah. Felt myself warm up already. A little bit of sweating.
So nice weather.
Warm up your hand and massage the kidney. Kidney. Okay. Warm up that kidney. Okay, good for the urinary system. Good for the male and female reproductive system as well. Okay. Yeah, kidney is important. Okay. All right. Let's take a drink of water. In the morning, if you can, I'm going to move my laptop up.
Are we stand up?
Yeah. Well, when I'm just going to do some lecture now. So
Okay.
you can put the camera in whatever. I mean your computer in whatever position that's comfortable. But let's do a little bit of awareness and perception about health. You can read that, right? Yeah. Okay. In the morning, it's a good idea to drink a cup of water, especially warm water. Each person has its own, his or her own, how do you say, amount. All right, so I think 8-ounce cup of warm water is a good idea. At some point when I study more of the health stuff, I'll share more. But this is an important important concept to grasp. Circulation equates to good health. Health. Why did I write that? Okay. Okay. Good health. Okay. Good health. Oh, okay. I know why. The TH. Okay. Okay. And let's talk about a little bit about health. Just a little play on word here. What would you do if you have a lot of money? Okay. What can we do if, let's say, we have $1 billion? $1 billion is 90, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What would you do if you have $1 billion? What would you do with $1 billion, Ron?
I would look after family and
Family.
donate.
What else?
What else?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really need much.
But if you have $1 billion,
I would
you
help.
make sure
I would
that you
help
have
other
a
people
house,
out.
right?
Yeah.
You make sure you have a house.
Yes, I have a house. Yeah.
Yeah.
House, car.
You need a car,
Yeah.
or or multiple cars for your family as well. What can you do with $1 billion?
Buy food.
Okay. Sustenance, food and water. That's basic. That's just basic needs. How about the bigger things like I don't know. Do you want to travel?
Holidays. Trips.
Huh? Holiday trips. Okay. Holidays. So let's vacation. There we go. Vacation. Okay. Travel. Holiday. They're all related. Okay. What else can we do with $1 billion?
Uh, I don't know. I've never thought about it.
Yeah. Let's think about that one. Right? You could buy, love. Okay. You can pay for your loved ones. You can attract people. People use money to buy love. Do you notice that?
Artificial love.
It can be artificial love, or but you can do things like charity. How about that? Right? Buying love, getting people to love you, it's gonna get it for yourself. But with money, we could also share our love with other people in the form of charity. Right? Charity is a word. I think it's a Greek word, caritas, or Latin word caritas, which means care, which means love. So it's a form of love, right? And we could realize a lot of things that we have dreamed about, right? Dreams. Okay. So if we have $1 billion, $1 billion, $1 billion, we could, do a lot of things. We can make more money. We can help our family, our house, our car, sustenance, food or drink, vacation, love, charity, dream. These are the kind of things that people could do with $1 billion. Well, there is a research done a couple years ago, and even now, if you get on ChatGPT and you ask, how much does it cost to replace every part of the human body? Okay, how much does it cost to replace every part of the human body? Nowadays, with modern technology and surgical technique, we can replace many parts of the body. Replace our shoulder, both shoulders, replace all the elbow joint, replace all the hip joint, replace all the knee joint, a lot of the bones can be replaced, right? Titanium bone and all that stuff. Broken bone can be replaced. Our organ, our heart can be replaced. Both our lung can be replaced. Our kidney gets replaced all the time. Pancreas can be replaced. Liver can be replaced. Okay. Both the eyeballs can be replaced. Many parts of our spine can be replaced. So when you ask, the AI nowadays, it'll give you a number, and that number adds up to pretty much about $1 billion. Okay, many hundreds of millions. And so we can just estimate and say that a human body, basically in physical, in material form, costs about $1 billion. Okay, so the human body costs about $1 billion, and all of these things that we can do if we have $1 billion require that we have our body. And so the number one part in the 1 billion is our body or our health. We do many things, but if this number one is gone, we can't make any money. We can't help anybody in the family. We can't make use of the house, the cars. We cannot eat or drink. We cannot go on vacation. We cannot love. We cannot give love, and we cannot realize any dream. So $1 billion has 9 zeros, but everything else is really zero if number one is not our health. And so that's going to bring us to the one of the six perspective on health. Okay, so there is perspective on health, and number one, health is number one. Okay, health is number one. Okay, health is number one. Because without our health, we cannot make any money. We cannot do anything for our family. We cannot use our house, our car. We cannot eat or drink. We cannot go on vacation. We cannot love. We cannot realize any dream. Because we were given this body to be able to do any of that, to be able to do all of that. All right, so with that in mind, let's draw that again. Health. Okay. Number one priority. Okay, the question is, do you agree with that? Do you agree with that, Jihan? Do you agree that health is number one priority, Ron?
It's number one for sure. Number one.
Are you sure?
All. Number one of all.
Okay, so if it is number one, then how much time are we spending on health compared to how much time you're spending on, let's say, working? How many hours in a day do you work, Ron?
On health.
No, you gotta work, like make money.
I see what you mean.
How many hours?
Yeah, how many hours do you spend making money?
Well, an hour driving, so and plus 10 hours working. 11 hours a day.
Yeah, I do that too. I'm on a 10-hour shift, plus an hour, 2 hour, hour and a half, 2 hour drive. So that's I spend about 12 hours making money. There's only 24 hours a day, and we're already spending half the day, half of our life making money. And so we get to ask that question again. What's important? Is it our money or our health? Okay. So, and since there is only 24-hour day, and since we still need to go to work, okay, I still need to work in 10 hours a day in order to do all of that other thing that we had, right? To have money, to have the family, to help our family, to go on vacation. We still need to make money. And that leaves very little time left to take care of our health, right? So how do we do it? The traditional way of prioritizing something is to invest time. Okay, so invest time. But instead of investing time, we don't have that much time. What we do is we change mentality. Remember, when it comes to health, the World Health definition define health as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. Okay? We don't, let's not focus on the negative aspect of it, which is disease and infirmity, but think about that. Okay, so physical, social, and mental well-being. So now, you and I, we are in this Zoom. What are we doing? We are taking care of we just took care of our physical health. We did some massaging. We took care of our physical health. And then with interacting, we're just double that health by taking care of our social health. And we're learning, we're improving our knowledge, our understanding, our perspective. We are taking care of our mental health. So the fact that we are in this Zoom, we could spend an hour and a half or 2 hours, but we're actually spending 6 hours on health because we have a greater perspective in terms of health. Okay. And so when we are driving, okay, let's say we drive an hour to work, and if up to now we think of driving, oh, that's stress. Well, we can change our mentality. Instead of thinking of driving as stress, you think of it as rest. You are taking care of your physical health. And if we use the driving time as learning time, listen to a Zoom later on. If you're driving, you can continue to be in this Zoom, right, on your ear set or whatever. Then you are continuing to take care of your social health and your mental health. So now you have just turned driving time into taking care of your health time. And the moment that you step into work, well, guess what? Up to now, if we think about work only as to make money, and when we think about making money and we think about work and all this stuff, it can get very stressful. We just change the mentality to, oh, I'm taking care of my social health, right? You are building relationship with your coworker. We are creating value for the customers. So the 10 hours that we're at work, we're not working. We are taking care of our health. We're exercising our social health. Okay, and when we during lunchtime, okay, when it comes to taking a real break, a meal break, then we eat. Then okay, we sit down and we eat, and it is now rest. We are taking care of our physical health. And when we drive back, the hour drive back, okay, get on the Zoom or listen to some audio recording that becomes learning time. We are taking care of our mental health. Okay, And then we're back to sitting down at lunch or dinner with our family member or something. Then we are back to taking care of our physical health, our nutrition and all that stuff, our interacting with our spouse and our children. That become mental social health as well. And then when it's time to go to sleep, we lie down, we are taking care of our physical health. So we're actually spending not just 24 hours on health, we're spending, who knows, 90 hours a day on health. When you multiply that 24 by the three aspects of, what is physical, okay, there's mental, and there is
Frank, I'm going to be switching to my phone. I got to leave for work.
okay.
So
All right. Okay. Yeah. Is that wonderful? We only get 24 hours a day, but we get to spend 48 to 72 hours on health in a single day. Only by a shift in mentality. We have the dimension of social health, mental health, and physical health. Did you get that, Jihua? We were talking about health? Yeah, we turn work time into taking care of our health time. Only if we are aware that when we are at work, we are taking care of our social health. When we're taking care of our customers, okay, then we are creating values for them. We are getting values back. Our affinity with people go up. Remember the house of holistic health. I'll just draw that again. Let's draw the house of holistic health again. It's just this house right there. Okay. That too is also a way for us to look at our health. Okay, so there is the overall health. Okay, there is a social relationship. Our inner self. And our finance. So at any given place, we are taking care of our health. Okay. If we're making money, then we're taking care of our financial health. Not just making money. It's stressful to go and make money. But if we're taking care of our financial health, that's pretty good. Right? That's a positive way of looking at it. If we're working, that's stressful. You get tired. You lose, over time you get sick. But if we're taking care of our customers and our co-worker, then we are taking care of our social health. And if we're interacting and learning, then we're taking care of our inner self, which is our mental health. Okay. If you take the inner self or inner world educational series that we've been sharing every Wednesday night, then your mental health would really, really go up. Okay. And then obviously when there are time, then we can work on our physical health. And later on, as we learn to breathe appropriately, we can actually take care of our health even while we're working. Okay. When we learn to rest appropriately, then just by sitting down on a computer and opening up an Excel or checking your calendar at work or whatever becomes also a physical health activity. When we walk from our car to our workplace or from the garage to our house, that's just a walk to get from point A to point B. But when we are mindful about the actual walk, then we actually turn that into a physical health activity. It's like walking meditation. Okay, so yeah, we can make health number one priority by turning every activity in the day into a health activity. Okay, so so that is one of the perspective on health. So there are six important perspective or perception on health. The number one is health is number one. Okay, health is a number one priority. Okay, now that we have this perspective, we can enjoy health wherever we go. When we're standing in line at the supermarket, instead of stressing out about the line, use that time to rest and take care of our health. Okay, so let's go a little bit. Let's share a little bit about another perspective related to health. Okay, it is perspective number 6. Okay, number 6. Perspective number 6, which says that let me read the official. Okay, so health is the integration of multiple factors. Okay, multiple factors, and I'm gonna draw a table with 4 legs. Okay, this is a table. Okay, table. It's got 4 legs. So the perspective number 6 is health is the integration of
Frank, I will be listening.
multiple factors. I'm sorry, go ahead. You say something?
I will be listening because I have a class at very soon. I'll be listening. So yes, I will listen.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Perspective number 6 on health is that health is the integration of multiple factors. So imagine we have a table, and the table has 4 legs. In order for this table to be stable, that it needs the leg of nutrition. Let's do nutrition. Okay. It needs a leg of attitude. It needs a leg of rest. This is a table of health, and it needs the leg of movement. Okay, so attitude is important. We have just done a practice on attitude. We simply shift our mentality about health, whereas previously we thought that we work all day and we don't have time to exercise or work on our health. Now we know that we can turn every activity into a health activity. That is a shift in attitude. There are other attitude that is conducive to good health as well. Positive attitude such as serenity, inner peace, such as magnanimity, which is generosity and compassion, there is an attitude of honoring gratitude, which is appreciation. Those are attitudes that will help us maintain a strong foundation of mental and thereby physical health. We're going to need nutrition. Okay, we're going to need food and water, a balanced nutrition. At some point when I study that stuff, I'll share it with you. I'm not very good with that just now. Okay, but we're going to need a leg of nutrition. Okay, we need to know what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat. In fact, how much not to eat. Right? There's a saying, we eat to live, not live to eat. Right? We eat to live. We eat in order to be alive and do things like love and create value for the people. We don't live just to eat. That's what animals do. Okay. And then there's an appropriate movement and rest. Movement are the physical exercise. Not only the official physical exercise that we do at the gym. You can do movements appropriately with a mindset that you are taking care of your physical health, then that becomes a physical health. When we're walking around at the office, if we are mindful at the way we walk, okay, if we're mindful of the way we walk, if we keep our posture up, okay, then that can become physical exercise. Previously, when I was at my job is I am an EKG technician. I help cardiac patient do stress tests. So doctor would order a stress test. The patient will have to exercise on a treadmill. Okay, they get on a treadmill, and while the patient is on a treadmill, I will be checking the blood pressure, check the vital, make sure they're safe. I will have to watch them. But I started to notice that some of the nurses in the room and some of the other technicians, they turn the watching time into exercise time. They just exercise with the patient. They just stand in one place. The patient is on a treadmill, and we just stand and we just move around. Okay? We just stand there and move around. You can even stand there in the back and do this. Okay? And sometimes I would stand with the patient as I'm watching the patient. It's just a few minute exercise. Patients go from 6 minutes to 12 minutes on a treadmill, depend on their conditioning. I would be doing my my exercise that we would teach you, the 12 internal body transformation, air, power, and energy exercise. So I turn work time into literally physical exercise time. You can physically exercise at work. If you're the kind of person who have to sit at the desk, then you can turn that into physical movement as well when you learn how to do the breathing. You can do deep breathing. Yeah, when you're sitting at the desk, like Jihan sitting at a desk, you can practice deep breathing. Breathe all the way in to your abdomen, your lower abdomen, your ocean of air. Then that becomes physical exercise. We can flex your leg. We can do all kinds of things. Okay, so appropriate movement is an important part of health. Why? Because movement gets the circulation going. Okay, when you move around, all the joints, all the fluid, the blood, all the the oxygen and everything is moving, and we already discovered that circulation equates to health. Stagnation and equals to disease and blockages. Right? People who sit a long time at the desk will develop disease related to sitting a long time at the desk. But if you can learn to move around even when you're at the desk, you can flex your body in different parts. Okay, and then rest is important. How many hours do we give ourselves to sleep? Right, the doctor will say 6 to 8 hours. There's a science that says, depending on a certain age, when we're young, we need more time to sleep. Like, little babies, they sleep 16 hours a day. elementary kid, 8 to 10 hours a day, adult, 6 to 8 hours a day. But that's sleep. And sleep does not equate to rest, right? Do you know that there are times when we put ourselves down to sleep, but we get up and we don't feel restful? So it is not the sleep, it is the rest that is actually conducive to health. That's why we don't say sleep here, we say rest. If we lie ourselves down on bed and we keep thinking, then we're not resting. We think when we're awake, we think when we sleep, and we wake up thinking. So our mind is never put to rest. After a while, lack of rest will turn into stress. Okay, and so we wonder why people are having so many diseases nowadays, mental health, physical health, because they don't give themselves enough rest. And in this day and age where we are so busy with work and so many different priorities, we don't give ourselves enough time to sleep. So how can we change our perspective, our attitude about rest? Then we prioritize rest. As I mentioned before, turn driving time into rest time. When we sit down, get into a car, take a moment, take a breath. Oh, it's so good to be sitting in the car. And as we're driving, don't let the traffic control our mentality. If the traffic is slow, ooh, that's good. Then we don't have to pay so much attention to the speed. Just rest with the traffic. And we don't have to worry about people cutting in front of us because we're not trying to go so fast. We're just going to go with the flow and rest, make driving time into resting time. When we sit down at the computer, I get to rest. When it's time to go to get a real meal break, a lunch or something, oh, okay, I'm resting. Okay? And if you can, throughout the day when doing a meal break or something like that, or the small, let's say 10-minute, 15-minute break, see if you can actually find a space and sit down or even lie down and close your eyes. And the kind of mentality that we give and the kind of mantra that we can give ourselves is that, okay, I'm going to close my eyes to rest. And when my eyes open up again, I'm going to be fully rested. I'm going to be fully energized. 5 minutes of eyes closed, deep rest is more effective than 8 hours of restless sleep. Okay, so rest is an important part of health. Okay, that is very, very important for me, especially because I'm very busy. Okay, but during the day, during my 10-minute break or something, I would actually literally go to my car, okay, out in the parking lot, not too far away from my actual office, or otherwise I'll go to a lunch break. I'll sit down, I'll close my eye, or I'll lie back on the car. Either I meditate or I just blank out and rest. And at the lunchtime, I would split between the eating time and the resting time. The rest is important because when you rest, you allow your body to regenerate. You allow the body to get rid of all the waste material. Okay, after a while, it builds up in the form of stress. You get rid of the waste material, it regenerates, it makes use of the nutrients and reconstruct and there's all the cells and the organs of your body. So rest is just as important as movement or nutrition. Okay, good attitude, nutrition, rest, and movement is the integration of multiple factors. So health itself is not any one thing. It is not just physical exercise. Have you met people who does a lot of physical exercise and they stress? At my clinic, we have triathlete, okay, people who Ironman competition, who comes into our clinic with heart problem, with high cholesterol. Okay, I'm talking darkness here, but there's a misconception between physical exercise and health. People think that all you need to do is exercise a lot and you can be healthy, but that's not the case. If you do not have adequate attitude, adequate rest, and adequate nutrition, stress is number one killer nowadays. Not smoking, not even a traffic accident. So attitude is important. Okay, that's perspective number 6, which is health is the integration of multiple factors. So we begin to expand our mind, we expand our perspective, and don't just focus on any one thing. Nutrition. Okay, so you would speak to nutritionists and they will tell you what to eat, what, all this in the appropriate portion and all that stuff. But here's the thing, back to the idea of the circulation. If our body, after many years of eating and, we've been putting on weight, excess weight, a lot of those weight are, we call trash. Okay, imagine a house that is cluttered with useless things. Have you ever buy things and you leave in the house somewhere and you don't throw it away? After a while, they clutter up the house. Let's say you got old furniture and you want new furniture. Well, in order to put in the new furniture, you have to get rid of old furniture. If you buy the new furniture, it's going to stack up the whole house, and your whole house is going to be clogged up with old furniture and all the old things. But guess what? Our body is like that too. We eat and we put on weight, and over time, a lot of those don't get, they don't get excreted. Every day we go number 2 and we get rid of some of the waste, but a lot of them stay in the body. They stay in the body in the form of excess fat. They stay in the body in the lining of our blood vessels, and we mistakenly think that we don't have enough nutrition. We buy nutrition, we buy supplement, we spend a lot of money on food, but our house is still filled with clutter. And even if you bring in new thing, you don't have any space to put those precious new thing because it's filled with the clutter. You see what I'm getting at? What I'm getting at is that you got to get rid of the clutter. Okay, you got to get rid of the old stuff. You got to clean out your circulation. You got to clean out your digestion before you put in the new supplement. And so fortunately, in this practice, when we start to learn about qi, we start about learning about air and how to move our energy and our air around the body. That will improve the circulation, and that will actually improve getting rid of a lot of the blockages and a lot of the trash that is in our body. Once we get rid of the trash in the body, the whole body is clean. Then we bring in nutrition, and those nutrition will actually go to work into building the cells and the organ of our body. Otherwise, we bring in nutrition in the house that is full of trash already. Those nutrition is going to turn into trash. Okay, it's just more trash. Okay, so I'm trying to stay away from speaking the language of darkness, but it's important when it comes to health that nowadays we are living with so much trash in our body that we need to do some sort of cleansing. Okay, there are just be careful when you engage yourself in any of the cleansing fads. Okay, they could be dangerous. You need a good guide. You need a good you need a good team of people to assist you if you do any kind of detox. Okay, I did a mind and body cleansing. That's why yesterday Miss Anna or commented that I seem to have gotten thinner. Yeah, because a couple months ago I went through a process of mental, spiritual, and physical cleansing. Okay, got rid of some trash from my body and from my mind. Okay, and then I'm gonna slowly rebuild it with appropriate nutrition. Okay, and movement. And in fact, the fact that I have the energy and the motivation to stand here and talk about health and exercise is a positive outcome of that cleansing activity that I did a few months ago. Not only did I get rid of the physical trash, okay, it went through and it cleansed out a lot of trash from the liver, the pancreas, the kidney, a lot of stuff, nasty stuff come out, and I lost a lot of weight. But I also lost a lot of the mental trash. Before, when the body is got a lot of trash, the mind also cannot think very clearly. It affects our willpower. It affects my ability to get up in the morning. I could not get up in the morning and exercise before work. But now, when the body is cleansed, the body feels lighter, and it also allows the blood flow. It allows the brain to function better, and as a result, I can make better decisions, make better choices, and I can be more proactive. I'm more positive with respect to my own health and my own things like physical exercise. Okay, so I'm very grateful for the cleansing course that I took a couple months ago, mostly because it cleansed the brain, it cleansed the mind. It allowed me to think more clearly. It allowed me to feel the sense of lightness to get out of bed, because previously getting out of bed feels very heavy. Okay, but once you cleanse the body and cleanse the mind, and then it feels kind of light. And when it's light, it's a play on word. It's a principle of light as well as lightness. Okay, the lightness, there's no heaviness. When the mind is light, then we can more simply make good decision, clarity of judgment. Okay, I feel more at peace, and I feel more able to make a good decision with respect to physical exercise. Okay, so that's my little story with respect to cleansing. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the body. Remember yesterday we talked about the 21-day internal body transformation. Yesterday we talked about the idea of transformation. Remember that? All right, transformation is the idea whereby, with the power of love, okay, for ourselves, for other people, we transform from the inside out. Okay, we break free of this constraint, the 6 limiting beliefs, 6 perceptual blocks, so that we can grow to become a bigger and better person. In the context of this physical exercise program, we talk about becoming more mature in terms of our health, our physical health. Okay, that's a principle of transformation. Now I call attention back to the word body. Okay, the word body. Just a little bit of lecture on the body. So previously, when we think about the body, what are some of the things that come up in our mind, in our knowledge? Is it arms and legs? Is it the organs of the body? Right? If you ask a doctor, a Western medicine doctor, they know a lot about the human body. We got arm, leg, we got muscle, we got organ, we got all the fluids, heart, lung, liver, pancreas, all that stuff when we're talking about the body. it can get very complicated. Okay, because it's so complicated that most people are not able to achieve any sense of good control and mastery over it. So instead, think of a human body in any kind of complicated way. Let's simplify it. We're going to simplify it so much that we can eventually have complete mastery over our body, and thereby achieving wholeness and completeness of health. Okay, so I'm going to share with you a sort of not a scientific perspective. Okay, it is more like a how do you say, a folk understanding. Okay, a folk understanding, a little bit of ancient philosophy in it, Aristotle. Okay, as well as Asian perspective on the body. People in history think very simplistically. They think of, the world is made up of some basic element. Okay, and so the human body is a good representation of the world. Okay, and it is made up of the element, okay, they call them element of earth. Okay, made of earth, water, okay, air, fire, in ancient Greek, they believe that everything in the world is made of four elements: earth, water, air, and fire. And nowadays, with our understanding, we can add electromagnetism. Magnetism. Long word. Okay. So, in order to have complete mastery over our own body, it is going to be very useful to think of our body as having only 5 elements. Just 5. Earth represents nutrition. Think about it. Earth gives rise to the plant. Okay, plants are grown in the oil, in the soil, in the dirt, the earth, and the animal eat the plant. We human beings are animal. We eat plant and we eat the animals. So basically, we're eating the stuff that arises from the earth. Okay, so our body, the thing that our nutrition goes into our body. In a scientific perspective, the food that we eat, the protein, the carb, and all that stuff, the fiber that goes into our body gets broken down to tiny little parts, and it gets rebuilt into our cells, and the cell rebuilt into the tissues and organ of our body. It begins with nutrition, the earth. Okay, when we die, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, so we go back to the earth. That's where we come from. My human body, we come from the earth, we go back to the earth. Human body, we also have water. Okay, scientists will tell you that we are made of 70% water. Okay, clear water. Water is everywhere in the body, in the cells, outside of the cells, in between the cells. Every metabolic process within the body needs water. It works inside water. The water is the medium through which everything just kind of floats. Okay, we have air. We have different form of air. We have oxygen and carbon dioxide, and nitrogen, but that's too complicated. Just think of it as air. Every time we take a breath, the air goes into our lung, gets picked up by our blood, gets transported to everywhere into our body, and we exhale. We exhale waste, air in the form of waste. So every time we take in air, know that we are taking in fresh nutrient, fresh energy, and whenever we exhale, know that we're getting rid of waste product. Okay? Later on in this internal body transformation, we're going to focus a lot on air. Okay, that's not only it is just oxygen and carbon dioxide, but it has an energy component, very powerful energy component. When you take air and you can compress it, it then turns into pressure, which can be turned into energy, and it does wonderful work. Fire. Okay, fire can be thought of as thermal energy, body heat. Okay, we have body heat. Most people are about 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. I think 37 or something degrees Celsius. Okay, if we can learn to control our fire, our body temperature, we will actually achieve an optimal state of health. Electromagnetism. Our brain, our heart, our muscle runs on electricity. I'm an electrocardiographic technician. I measure the electrical activity of the heart. Every time the heart squeezes, some of the cell is sending an electrical signal across to cause the heart to squeeze. Every time we move a muscle, there's an electrical signal that causes the muscle to move. Every single thought is a chain of electrical activity within the brain. Well, it turns out that our thought, which is electromagnetism in nature, influences the production of the hormone, the chemical process in our body, also influences the our heart, our muscle, our organ, everything. It is electromagnetism that basically runs our body. So a person who has positive attitude can change the electromagnetic sort of well-being of the human body. A person who has a positive attitude usually has good heart. People who are very depressed, okay, a state of depressed, which is a state of negative, okay, the human mind will have positive and negative state. It's not necessarily positive and negative state of electricity. Electricity will have positive and negative charges, but we can use the same idea of positive and negative polarity in the mind as a simple way of understanding its effect on the rest of the body. When our mind, when our attitude is positive, when we are serene, we're happy, we're balanced, okay? A state of electromagnetic balance is the most optimal state. A state of emotional, mental, and spiritual balance is also the optimal state. When we go too positive or too negative, we go out of balance. That's when we tend to have problems. People who are in a negative emotional state, such as depression, and for a long time, they will actually cause physical damage to their heart. It's called the broken heart syndrome. Okay, so not only in the romance novel do people die of a broken heart. That's not just a figure of speech. There is an actual medical diagnosis associated with a state of the heart being damaged as a result of sustained depression and extreme, sadness. Okay, when a couple, let's say an old couple, one of the spouse die, the other spouse, the remaining spouse, will be so sad that after a short while, within 6 months or something, his or her heart will actually experience heart failure, and they too will die. It is because there is a link between the mental state and the physical state of the human body, electromagnetic nature. Okay, let's go back to thinking about our body in this very simple element. Nutrition, food. How long can a human body, how long can a person survive without food? Anybody know? How long can a person go without food? Well, you can go for about a month. Okay, most people can go for about a month without food. Okay, people go on extreme fast. Okay, how long can we go without water? We can go without water for 3 to 7 days. That's it. Okay, we would die before 7 days. But air, ooh, how long can a human body survive without air? Okay, extreme divers can hold their breath for, I think, up to 10 or sometimes 15, 20 minutes. Extreme. But for most of us, try holding your breath for even a minute. After 3 minutes or so, we start to experience, damage in the brain. So human body cannot survive for very long without air. Okay, and so we can, and then let's go back. When we think about body as the earth, okay, if we think of body just the earth, which is the nutrition, and it has a lot of weight. Anybody here ever, after a day of work or some exercises, and when you really tired and you sit down and you are so tired and you feel so heavy, right? You're so tired, you feel so heavy that you can't even get off the bed or cannot even get off the seat. Anybody experience that? That is because we are experiencing our body as earth. Okay, earth. It has mass, it has weight, it is subjected by gravity, it gets pulled down, it feels heavy. That is when we are experiencing our body as the earth, very heavy. In the morning we get up and we feel sluggish. Okay, we haven't had that cup of coffee yet. It is because we are experiencing our body as the earth. But have you ever seen, it's the, on the other hand, there are times when, let's say we're really excited about something. Okay, we have a new project, we're going on a date, we or even if we are late for our plane schedule or something like that, and we are not thinking about our body, we actually move really fast. Right? You notice that when we're really excited, we have a project, we have deadline, we work, we can move very fast when we're not even thinking about our earthly body. Then our body feels light, or as if we're not even thinking about our body at all. It is the electromagnetic part of our human experience. It is our mind, our mental state, that determines how heavy our body feels. When we're excited, our body feels light. When we are depressed and tired, our body feels very heavy. And then in this practice, at some point, we're going to show you how to start thinking of our body as made up of air. When we start to pay attention to our body as being made up of air, then our movement will be light. Okay, air, fire is the temperature aspect of the human body. Okay, human body has a wonderful way of maintaining its temperature. It's called homeostasis. Homeo means to same, stasis is a state. Homeostasis means coming back to the same state. The body is always trying to maintain the same state. It's always trying to maintain the same body temperature. When we go out into the cold, your body tries to raise the body temperature by making a shiver, right? Increase the energy so that we can maintain temperature. When we exercise or we go out into the sun and it's too hot, your body make a sweat in order to lower the body temperature to maintain that state. We help our body by putting on clothing or turning on the heat in the winter. We help our body by turning on the AC or removing some article of clothing when it's really hot. But our body always trying to maintain a certain state of body temperature, fire, 98.7, 98.6 degree or about 37 Celsius. In this practice, the internal body transformation, you will learn how to control your body temperature without depending on external things like extra clothes or air conditioning or turning on the heater, by manipulating the air. I can raise my body temperature and get sweaty in about 3 breaths. Okay? You will learn that by taking in your breath, hold it, squeeze it, thereby increasing the pressure, thereby increasing the temperature. That is some of the very basic law of physics. Okay, so when the pressure increases, the temperature goes up. And then by the same token, you can learn to take nice long breath and then cool your body down. Okay, that is some of the wonders of the internal body transformation exercise. Okay, and that's pretty much all I have to share with you today in terms of the lecture stuff. Anybody have any impression, any insight you would like to discuss before we say goodbye? I want to get ready for work a little earlier today as well. So I am very appreciative of Ron and Jihua for spending the morning with us. We'll do some exercise tomorrow and we'll do some more lecture. Okay. Okay. Are you able to say anything, Ron? And make sure you're watching the road. Are you able to speak or no? Be careful. Careful. Watch the road.
I can speak now. I'm just not at work here, so yeah. I appreciate everything you do for us too, Frank. I really enjoy the classes, and I enjoyed today's lesson as well.
Yeah. Which
About
part?
rest and sleep are two different things.
Yeah.
And you're right, with the adults, you only get 6 to 8 hours, but a lot of times I get less than that and I still feel rested, and other times I get lots of sleep and I'm actually tired still during the day.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah. So more sleep doesn't necessarily mean more rest. It is the quality, not the quantity, right? And if you take the if you participate in the inner being courses, right? We learn about vibrational energy frequency. We learn that when our body is in a highly balanced state of vibrational energy frequency, then our experience of time may be faster, but the value that we get out of it, the productivity that we get out of the time, is also higher. That means 5 minutes of highly balanced deep rest can be equate to many hours of sleep. All right, so it is a advantage to have participated in that internal sort of mental, spiritual course, right? So now you can see how you're unmute. Yeah, you can see the connection between the inner body lesson with the physical body health, especially
Yes.
with the rest, the vibrational energy frequency, the operating principle of the conscious mind goes directly into benefiting our health. That
Yeah.
realization that, our experience of time shift when our attitude is positive and highly balanced. Our rest becomes a lot more productive, a lot more restful.
Yes.
Yeah, so we can.
And I did notice too, like with the earth, wind, air, and fire, it relates a lot to Buddhism. Like I've studied
Mm-hmm.
meditation with some Buddhism and things like that, and a lot of that references to that is
Yeah, it's
from what I
interesting.
can.
This is Aristotle, and it is in this is Greek Aristotle, and it is also in Asian, Eastern Buddhism.
Yes.
We just add electromagnetism. Okay.
Yeah.
I think the Buddhists, they added electromagnetism because it has to do with the positive and negative polarity of the human emotion, the human mind, and the spirit. Because our mind, our body, our mind, our emotion, our spirit influences the energy of the physical body.
Yes. And through meditation too, like they tell you to feel the heaviness of your body. And I've meditated like for 10 hours. I went to
You have.
a 10-day course, 10 hours a day we were meditating. And that time just went by like nothing. The Yeah, it just flew by. The perception of time was
You
very
did the
quick.
Vipassana? Is that a
Yes,
Vipassana?
Vipassana. I was
Okay.
there with Hua.
Okay.
Yeah.
At some point, I think my wife and I will do that too. Okay.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, we have
I
not yet,
enjoyed it.
but we will. We do it currently. We're doing a different form of meditation, but yeah,
Yeah,
that's great.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I appreciate everything you're doing, Frank, and
Okay.
I have a lot of gratitude towards you and everybody else within the WIT community. And yeah, I really enjoy taking this course.
Okay. I enjoy having you in the Zoom, and I'm grateful for your participation. Okay. It helps me
Okay,
learn a lot and give me a chance to share some values. And we'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow and no work tomorrow.
Oh, is it Saturday?
Yes, Saturday, Sunday off, and I think next week I'll
Okay.
have less work too. So,
Excellent. Okay. We'll see
okay.
you again tomorrow. Bye bye.
Have a good day, Frank. Thank you. Bye.